Okay, guys, welcome back to the Adam 22 show. I realize I haven't showed up for a while, and I realize that I might look a little bit different. All I got to say is that I'm doing an Insane Clown Posse interview later in the day, and it might be live by the time you're watching this right now, so definitely go watch that if you want to see one of the most historic pieces of content imaginable. Hopefully they don't cancel the interview, because then that would be really confusing why I got my face painted like this. Let's get right into the news. So our first story, let's just talk about it. YNW Melly. YNW Melly is a rapper from Florida who I've been friends with for some time. I actually have been listening to him since before he got out of jail for his last incarceration, the Murder on My Mind track. I was a huge fan of that while he was still locked up. So we got in the studio right after he got out last time. And today we got hit with some insane news, namely that YNW Melly has been charged with the murder of two of his friends. I believe their names are YNW Sack Chaser and YNW Juvie. And I believe that they were actually on hand for the YNW Melly No Jumper show that we did a few months ago. And they were actually probably here for the interview that I did with him, which is kind of mind-blowing to hear.
You know, I got Sack Chaser right here. That's my brother. That's my twin.
Okay.
And I got Juvie.
Juvie?
Yeah, that's my brother.
Just a lot of your friends who passed?
Yeah. Nah, them my niggas right there.
Oh, okay.
My brothers right there.
My bad. I wouldn't get none of my friends tattooed on my face until they died.
Yeah,
I'm not a good friend like you are, apparently.
Right.
Now, of course, Melly is saying that he's innocent of these charges, but this is what he posted up on Instagram. He posted a photo of him with the people in question. He wrote, "To all my fans and supporters, no, I did not get locked up in Washington, but I am turning myself in today. I want you guys to know I love you and I appreciate every single one of y'all. A couple months ago, I lost my two brothers by violence, and now the system wants to find justice. Unfortunately, a lot of rumors and lies are being said, but no worries. God is with me and my brothers, and we want y'all to remember it's a YNW family. I love you." Now, if you want to get a little bit more specific, what the cops are saying is that YNW Melly's boys were actually killed by him, and then he set up the crime scene to make it look like they were killed in a drive-by shooting. Now, of course, that's what the cops say. We don't actually know the real story, but it seems like we're going to be learning a lot about this situation. What could have caused Melly to get into a circumstance in which he might have wanted to murder two of his good friends? I don't know, but apparently the cops have an argument. They have a situation that they want us to believe occurred, and we're going to find out about it. And now, of course, this is an extra unfortunate circumstance because of the fact that Melly's career has been blowing up. His first album just came out. He's got a song with Kanye West over on the Lyrical Lemonade channel. Basically, everything has been going great for Melly, and now we find out that he's being charged with something absolutely insane. So really not sure where this is going to go from here, but I guess we'll just have to keep an eye on the relevant news sources. Moving on, more legal trouble. DJ Vlad actually got a pretty iconic interview with Sarah, aka 6ix9ine's baby mama. Yeah, he got her in the studio, and the first clip that he released from her interview actually shows her reading from a copy of a plea deal, and she's claiming that the agreement that 6ix9ine has come to with the government is that he will roll over and snitch on his boys for absolutely everything, and as a result, he will do no time. Now, this is a pretty astonishing circumstance. This basically means that 6ix9ine will have ordered the murder of one of his enemies, and then he will snitch on the person that he ordered to do the murder, and that person will end up going to jail and he will stay out of jail. Now, this circumstance is kind of hard for some people to even believe, but if this is true, this is the most iconic ratting in the history of hip-hop music, and I don't know, it's just absolutely baffling to believe that the system might possibly work in this way. Now, one person who's really not feeling the 6ix9ine snitching news is Boosie. Boosie took to his Instagram and he wrote, "When you first went to jail, I was like, free dude, because I don't like to see no one in that cage like that. But one thing I don't condone or support is rats. You gotta say you a bitch ass N-word who was just playing hoe games with everybody. You have to admit on wax that you a hoe ass N-word from now on. And I do understand your situation. I was facing a needle, lethal injection, and I ain't bend, break, or fold. Real ones like myself, we hate rats. I don't know about New York, but in Louisiana, you will be murdered less than a month after your release. For real, for real. Your kids will be bullied in school for the decision you made. You put all your family in grave danger for life because of this bullshit. Did you think about their safety? Keep it 100. You don't care about nothing but you, SMH. All right, scathing reviews of 6ix9ine's character from some of the legendary names in hip hop. And I gotta say, they're right. If this situation actually plays out like is being suggested and Kuda B ends up going to jail for a murder that he was paid to attempt and 6ix9ine goes free, mind-blowing situation if that's actually what happens. I'm not 100% sure, but it seems like a lot of people are pretty confident that that's what might be going down. Okay, next story. It's not quite as serious as a man going to jail, but DJ academics and young bands are going at each other's throats on Twitter. It all started when young bands sent out a tweet that said, "DJ academics, the police. I see it now." To which academics quote tweeted him and said, "Aren't you the rapper that looks like a Walmart version of YNW Melly?" Now, it has been suggested that this is not a very good diss because, in fact, Young Bands has been out on the scene longer than YNW Melly. But, let's see where this keeps going. Bands responded. He said, "At police, give this dude a job." To which academics responded, "Says the bum-ass rapper who was on my dick begging to go live with you so that you can explain to people why Russ made you apologize on Twitter and you caught feelings, your own fans clowned you. Quit, son. You look like a clown. You were in my DMs begging, not the other way around." Academics continues, "Hey, young bands, don't let me expose the DMs of your trash ass messaging me for a straight year with no response at all. Why your ass messaging me constantly like a groupie for a year if I'm the police? Are you a snitch?" And then he continues, "That dude, Young Bands, is such a fraud. He ran to Instagram to unsend messages he sent me. Dude, you need to stop lying to the internet. That's lame as hell." And then academics continued to just post screenshots of DMs that Young Bands was sending him, basically just looking for coverage. So the question is, who's right, who's wrong? Well, Bands' argument was basically that DJ Academics is a cop. I don't know where that comes from, what exactly he's referring to. DJ Academics, from time to time, does post stuff that certain members of the hip-hop community feel like might be assisting the police, but again, I'm not sure exactly what he's referring to. As far as Academics, his argument seems to be, you wanted coverage, and now you're hating. What the hell is the deal? So as a result, I'm just gonna have to just let that one go, and we'll see what happens with this one. Personally, I like Academics. I watch his videos all the time, and I like Young Bands. I think his music is very good. So myself, I'm just watching. Next story. 21 Savage is home. 21 Savage has finally been released from the ICE detention center where he was captured and kept for the last few days. The last week, really, and I just watched a video of him doing an interview on Good Morning America. It's nice to hear his voice and see how he looks after his recent little bid, but he doesn't really say anything all that interesting. Basically just gives them a very brief rundown of his whole situation. One thing that he does say that's pretty interesting, he says that the reason why he was not open about the fact that he was actually born in the UK is because he just didn't want to draw attention to the fact that he was staying here illegally. And if it wasn't for that, then I guess he would have been more open about that situation. And let's get funny. Let's laugh. You know what's funny? You remember how Demi Lovato got a ton of shit for laughing at 21 Savage memes? Well, it is being reported that Demi Lovato is actually back in rehab after the hate that she got for laughing at 21 Savage's awful situation. Now, when I said this was funny, I mean like the irony of it's kind of funny, just the fact that, something so horrible happened to 21 Savage, and then meanwhile, Demi Lovato basically just gets to deal with some mean tweets, and she was so upset that apparently she got back on that dark horse and she's riding that heroin wave into the sunset. I don't know. It's pretty crazy to imagine that could have set her off. Like, Demi, you might need a little bit thicker skin, especially since you were comfortable laughing at the guy who was especially since you were laughing at the guy who was going to get deported. Now, like I said, I don't really think that she did anything so wrong by just laughing at the memes. I think almost everybody was laughing at the memes. But the idea that she couldn't handle the hate, oh God, this is too funny. How about some romance news? Blac Chyna and Soulja Boy are either dating or acting like they're dating. That's right, I guess you guys remember the story about how Kid Boo beat the dog shit out of Blac Chyna. Well, she has found herself in the arms of a better man. That's right, Soulja Boy has been trotting Blac Chyna around town, showing her off. I mean, Soulja Boy is good friends with YB and Almighty J, so I'm not sure how that's affecting the relationship, but this is a very interesting couple, and we'll see where this goes from here. Oh, how about this one? So a couple months ago, Justine Skye, who if you don't know Justine Skye, she's basically a singer from Brooklyn. Well, a couple of months ago, she went on camera, did an interview where she basically talked about how she had an abusive ex. Now, a lot of people were saying that it was Sheck West, and it was even shown that she liked some tweets that were saying it was Sheck West, but we never really got any actual confirmation. That is, until the other day. Justine actually took to Twitter and she wrote, "Taking a walk with my friends and my man, and Sheck West, my abuser, and his friends decided to stalk us and attack my friends. 2 cars full of people while he sat in the car like a bitch. You're pathetic, Sheck, and you beat women. You hit your girl before me and you'll do it again." Next tweet, "You're pathetic, and all the people defending you, your whole bitch-ass label, everyone, you spreading lies about me. Moral of the story is, if you never put your hands on me, you wouldn't be in this situation, and you just keep making it worse." Now, Sheck, to his credit, he took to his Twitter and he wrote, "I've chosen to remain silent until now out of respect for actual victims of abuse, but I cannot stand by while lies are repeatedly told about me. I never hit or beat any women, and I did not beat or jump anybody." Now, as is, the situation might appear to be sort of a he say, she say situation, but Justine did post up a clip of Sheck West sort of storming into a backyard, and she claims that this is a security camera tape of him running up in her crib.
Justine.
But that being said, Sheck claims that he was just going there to get his stuff. So no clear word on exactly where this situation is going, but it does seem that Sheck is losing out on some endorsement deals. There's at least one soccer thing, some weird deal that he had going on that he has been kicked off of. So we'll see where this goes. Is this going to be a crazy XS situation where the whole media sort of turns this into their pet project to talk about him like he's a terrible person? Or are they going to sort of hold back because they like Mo Bamba? We don't know. We will see. All right, and so let's just talk about a couple of new releases that have come out over the past few days. Number one, Lil Baby and Gunna, they released the video for the song Close Friends, which Gunna is not actually on. But if you go check out the video, it's already got like 4 million views, and it's basically Lil Baby cuddling up, just getting his snuggle on. Maybe it's for Valentine's Day. Apparently, he's just sort of all cuddled up with a lady friend. Next up, Juicy J, he dropped a video for Let Me See featuring Kevin Gates and Lil Skies. We haven't seen a new Juicy J visual in a minute, but it's out and it features a sort of weird business office type setting, something a little bit out of the ordinary, but you should definitely go check that out. And I'm just gonna throw it out there. Juicy J, will I be able to get that interview this year or soon? Please, hopefully. And then finally, T.I., he put out a song called Fuck N-Word, and it's a diss track aimed at Floyd Mayweather. If you noticed, Floyd Mayweather actually did a paparazzi street interview where he basically said that he's just not supporting the Gucci boycott. And T.I. is not feeling that. He feels like Floyd is selfish. Floyd only cares about himself. Floyd, in that paparazzi interview, basically says that he only cares about himself and he's just not concerned about other people's bullshit. To his credit, I think that the whole Gucci boycott thing seems like it's based on sort of silly evidence. Like, I still have a hard time imagining that Gucci actually wanted to put out a sweater that would be seen as racist by a very large part of their clientele. I just don't really buy it. I don't believe that there's any sort of real racism emanating from the Gucci headquarters. But you guys open to your own information, your own ideas. If you think that that might be the case, let us know down below. In general, drop a comment, drop a like. This has been the Adam 22 show. I appreciate you guys, everybody watching this. Like I said, the ICP interview is probably out right now. You should definitely go watch that. I got a live stream coming up on Sunday night. I'll be on live stream by about 6 o'clock. So definitely make sure you tune in. It's on the No Jumper channel. So turn on notifications or something. Appreciate all you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Rope Gang. Peace.